So 3 cancelled with 3. So the remainder here is 8 sine e over 2 cosine e over 2 minus 6 sine power 2 e over 2. Take 2 sine e over 2 common factor. The remainder will be 4 cosine e over 2 minus 3 sine e over 2 equals to 0. So we have two solution here. 2 sine e over 2 equals to 0. So sine e over 2 equal to 0. This is refused because e is an acute angle. And here 4 cosine e over 2 minus 3 sine e over 2 equal to 0. Take this part to the other side. So 4 cosine e over 2 equals 3 sine e over 2. Divide cosine here. So sine e over 2 divided cosine equal tan e over 2 equal 4 over 3. Another one. Find the values of x included between 0 and 2 pi, which satisfies the equation sine 2x equal sine x. Expand sine 2x to sine x cosine x, and take sine x to the other side, so minus sine x equal to 0. Take sine x a common factor, so the remainder will be 2 cosine x minus 1 equals to 0. So we have here sine x equals 0 and 2 cosine x minus 1 equals 0. So cosine x equal 1 over 2. So cosine positive in the first and fourth. So we have here two solutions, first and fourth. The first shift to cosine equals 60, and the fourth 360 minus 60, which equal to 300. So we have here two solutions. And here sine x equals 0. We have three angles. Shift sine to 0 equal to 0 and 180 and 360. The interval here between 0 and pi and 2 pi, so 0 refused and 360 refused, so x will be 180. So the solution set will be 180 and 60 and 300. The next one, cosine power 2 minus sine power 2 equal negative 1 over 2. Cosine power 2 minus sine power 2 equal cosine 2x, which equal negative 1 over 2. Cosine is negative in the second and fourth. Shift cosine 1 over 2 equal to 60. So the angle in the second will be 180 minus 60, and in the third, not fourth, in the third will be 180 plus 60. So will be 120, and here will be 240. So 2x equal 120 and 2x equal 240. By divide by 2, so x will be 120 and x will be 60. So the angles is 60 and 120, and this is some of the solutions, some angles from the solutions. To find the other solutions, you will use to the general solution you studied before. So 2x equal 120 plus 360n. Divide by 2, so x will be 120 divided 2 equals 60 plus 180n. Take n 0, so x will be 60, and if n equal 1, so x will be 240. And if n is 2, it will be 420 outside our interval. This is from 120. And the other one will be 2x equal to 240 plus 360n. by divide by 2, so x will be 120 plus 180n. By substitution about n equals 0, so x will be 120 if n equals 0, and if n equal 1, so x will be 300. So we have 4 solutions, not 2 solutions. So the solution set in the final will be 60 and 240 and 120 and 300. Another example, 10 power 2 x over 2 plus 2 10x equals 1. So take 10 power 2x over 2 to the other side, so 2 10 x over 2 equal 1 minus 10 power 2 x over 2 by divide this side, so it will be 2 10 x over 2 over 1 minus 10 power 2 x over 2 equals to 1. So it will be 10x equal to 1. So it will be in the first and the third. So shift 10 to 1 equal 45, and the third will be 180 plus 45, which equal to 225. Find the value of x include between 0 and 2 pi, which satisfies the equation cosine x plus cosine 2x equals to 0. So we can expand the cosine 2x to 2 cosine power 2x minus 1 equals 0, and use factorize mode equation 3. So cosine x 2 1 negative 1 2 1 negative 1, cosine x equal negative 1 and 1 over 2. So cosine x equals to 1 and cosine x negative 1, and cosine x equal 1 over 2. Here cosine x 1 over 2 first and fourth, so it will be 60 and 300 minus 60, 360 minus 60 equals 300. We have two solutions. And the cosine x equal negative 1, shift cosine to negative 1, the result will be 180, so x will be 180 degree. So the solution set is 180 and 60 and 300. Here we have x, y, z is a triangle. The length of x is 12 and y 18 and z is 15. Prove that measure of angle y equal double measure of angle x. We can use cosine rule from the first term. Cosine y equals to x power 2 plus y power 2, x power 2 plus z power 2 minus y power 2 over 2xz. So it will be 12 power 2 plus 15 power 2 minus 18 power 2 all over 2 times x will be 12 times z will be 15. So power 2